Hello, my name is Talon. Welcome to my channel, Old Guy Stuff. And today we're going to be doing a review on the Victorinox Ranger Grip 79 knife slash multi-tool. I say slash multi-tool because it's got a lot of tools on it. Okay, so let's get the basics out of the way. I'm just going to read off my cheat sheet here. The length is 5 1/8 inch, which is about 13 centimeters. The blade, which they say online is 4 inches, is actually for cutting area on it, 3 3/8 inches, and that is a plain blade, no combo, no serrated. That is 8.6 centimeters. The saw is 4 inches in length, that's 10.2 centimeters, and it weighs in at 5 7/8 ounces, which is about 167 grams. Now, when we bought this about 4 or 5 years ago, it was $46. Check the price online, it's now $52. So I'm going to get my 2 cents worth on whether this is really worth about $50 or not. So let us begin. I'm going to start with the back of the tool on the awl since I already have this set up. So let me pull that out. Now, this awl has a sewing eye on it, okay? And I'm not sure how good this is going to show up, but I used the sewing awl, okay, to make this leather pouch for my Altoids for my EDC on my belt. This is all one piece of leather except for the part that is for the belt loop. Also made this kind of cheapy looking leather knife sheath for a another multi-tool. Okay, so this can be used for sewing. You just put your cordage through this eyelet and use it like a speedy stitch, and there's lots of videos online on how to use those. Now, this little bladed part right here, okay, is actually for drilling, and I've already drilled some holes in here. But I'm going to do another one. So basically, you just set this on here like this, and hopefully it's going to show up good without my hands being in the way. And you just kind of put a little bit downward pressure, and you turn. And you keep doing that, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. And one of the things I like to do is just a twist like this while putting pressure, and then I'll do a full turn. And I'm already in almost as far as the eyelet, and then I'll do that again. And then I'll do another few full turns. And on the bottom of this wood, the awl is already sticking through right there. So let me put it back in here, finish it up. There we go, we're all the way down, all the way through the wood. So, this is what my hole is going to look like. This one right here. I did that one a little while ago with a different knife. Alright. That's the awl part. There's a corkscrew on here. I don't drink wine, but I use this for loosening up some tight knots that are kind of small, just by turning this into, you know, part of the edge on the knot and then pulling a little bit to get it loosened up. That's what I use it for. Okay, let's go to the saw. The saw does not lock. Okay, and this is very good for striking a ferro rod. I don't have a ferro rod with me right now. Actually, do I? What do you know? I got one. All right, this is actually very good for striking it, and there's better techniques for doing it too, but it does strike a ferro rod very well if you're into that kind of thing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut an edge off of this piece of wood. This might be something I might use for making a stake out of. In fact, I did my garden with a bunch of stakes like this using the Ranger Grip 71 Gardener, the saw on that, but let's go ahead and use this. And I'll find, as long as I'm not trying to push down too hard, this works really well. My dog is hanging out because he knows when I cut wood, he's gonna come away with a toy. That's how my dog is. Hey, show. Gotta see him there. So he's waiting for his opportunity for this piece of wood to fall. Love my dog. Haha, kept it from you. I am evil. Yes. Alright, so what else we got going with this thing? Go ahead and close this up. We'll talk about the knife blade, but I'm going to back the camera up a little bit. I don't have a lot of wood I can play around with right now, but I do have this, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of whittle down an edge some. And this knife blade is very good. I mean, it'll sing through some wood pretty well. Okay. So if I wanted to make, say, a tent stake or something like that out of it, I'm trying to do this where I'm not going to hit the camera. Might not necessarily want it that sharp, but I can sharpen it down enough now. I can pound this in the ground, make a tent stake out or whatever out of it. This is really good for doing feather sticks. I'm not really going to do them because I got my dog sitting under here right now, but this is actually really good for feather sticks. And I'm not using a good technique either, but if I got to make a fire using my ferro rod, I can feather stick this, and that works really good. Or, and by the way, when you close it, that's the locking mechanism right there. Just depress the logo. I can feather stick, I can fuzz stick using the edge of the saw, and I can get all these little fuzzy things which are falling on the ground. And my dog is trying to get them. I gotta make sure I don't cut him. But you can fuzz stick with this also, so that's a pretty decent thing to have going on if you're into, you know, the bush crab, making fire, stuff like that. Okay, we have can opener, bottle opener. Let's talk about these. Okay, so in the bottle opener, I got a wire benders slash wire stripper, and I've used that a couple times, but I don't really use it much. This bottle opener works great. I just don't have a bottle that I need to open. Okay, let's talk about the tip on this here. This is 3/4 of an inch from here to here, and I've got some recessed holes. So as long as my recessed hole is 3/4 of an inch or less, I can actually turn screws that are in a recessed hole. Okay, but these holes are actually an inch deep, so doing that with this particular thing for a screwdriver actually doesn't work good. Okay, I can use it on this screw here because it can be used with a standard or common screwdriver, or a Phillips cross point, right? And what works good on that one though, I like using the can opener because this little screwdriver tip here works great for the Phillips. My dog is looking at a piece of that wood, and I can use this for tightening or loosening the screws. I'm not going to go all the way, but I can use that on the screws and it works really good. So we're going to go get a can and show this can opener in action. My dog just took a little sliver of wood. Goodness. Okay, lower this down. Let me get I think a better angle on this. Slide it in a little bit. He's probably going to hit it when he moves. All right. Okay, back up. Come on. Okay. Now I've already done a little bit with the can opener here on a different knife earlier, but here's the basics on it. I don't like the screwdriver tip on it because sometimes it hangs up. However, this is a good can opener, and this curved part catches under the outside of the rim to put a little bit of pressure on it, so then when you rock it, it'll cut through the can. Okay. So if I'm going to do this, and this is how far I am now, let's start in a slightly different area. I've already got this extra bit done, so that does work really well. If you watch his channel, Felix Imler, who's got hundreds of really, really good videos on Swiss Army knives and the different things you can do with them. He did one on the can opener where he just sets it like this and turns the can, and in 2 seconds he can get the whole can open up, and it's beautiful to watch. I'm no good at that, but he does really, really good with it. Okay. Hey, I've covered everything. So, this is the Ranger Grip 79. I think they should give a cool name to it, you know, but I don't know. We paid $46 for it, and I am really happy with it. I really think we got a good bargain on this. It's a very good knife. Price raised up to $52. I still think that's a good buy. But whether it's a good buy for you or not, that's up to you to decide. But these are many of the uses of this particular knife slash multi-tool. You might be able to think of more things you can do with it, but this is what I use it for. Anyway, my name is Talon. My channel is Old Guy Stuff, and I'm giving my 2 cents worth or a review on a knife slash multi-tool that I've used for several years now. Have a great, peaceful, wonderful day, and goodbye.